beloved souls. It is Twin Flame Tuesday, 144. I just saw. I love that. It is Twin Flame Tuesdays, and we're ending fucking 2021. We're ending this 5 year. We're moving into a 6 year with 2022. I can't even believe this year is over, although it did go pretty fast for me. I'm just still happy about it all. So I wanted to see what beautiful universe has to say for the twin flames as we end this year and we move into 2022, a 6 year, a year of divine and feminine and masculine energies coming into balance, a year where we're balancing the spiritual and the material, a year of Venus, the planet of love, like highlighting our relationships and communication, abundance coming in, right? Like financial abundance and prosperity for many people. If you are doing work that's kind of like more high vibrational, and especially those that are creative, that's going to be a really big time for you. And there's a lot of twins that will be coming into union next year because there's been a lot of healing work going on. Twins got rocked. The twins got rocked. It is what it is. So we're going to do a soul's journey card. We're going to do a divine abundance card because abundance is coming in for everyone. But let's start with the romance angels and see what they have to say to the beautiful twin flame collective. Thank you, romance angels, for being here with me and the twin flames. What do we have for them as we end December and move into 2022? There we go. Reconciliation. What did I say? So many, so many twins are coming into union next year. Why? Because they're coming back together. Someone from your past is returning to your life. Now, for some of you, this is a physical person in this lifetime that you've already met, and you will be you will be getting back together. Um, but for most of us, especially if you're not with your twins, this is that twin energy coming in. Like, yes, they're you've been putting out the freaking energy to call them in, and it's coming. And I'm telling you, across the globe, twins are gonna start to be back into alignment. Across the globe, you're gonna be hearing stories of union, 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 union. It's gonna be like, some of them will be fantastical, some of them won't, but it's going to be all of these twins coming into union and really getting that energy of love together and raising the vibration of the planet. A lot of healing work was done during this year. It's a big 5 year, big year of changes. A lot of healing work went in. I mean, a lot. The divine masculines got their asses rocked and handed it to them all throughout the year. The divine feminine energy has become even more potent and powerful, and divine feminines were going through a lot of ascension symptoms and really healing and learning how to like not only take all that energy on and in, but how to like ground it down into the universe, like into the earth now, so that they can use it now. It's been big. It's been big. Big healings, big activations, big triggering, like a lot of that going on. So yes, look forward to reconciliation coming in. Look forward to communication, right? We just had that full moon in Gemini. Gemini as well. Big on communication. Look for really honest conversations. Be open to feedback, right? Like you're gonna hear some things and some of them will be good and some of them won't be. And that's gonna be the same for your twin. So understand that like a lot of these things that are coming up, whether it's being reflected back from your twin or from the freaking the universe, look at the things that are coming up so that you can heal them and move forward. These past lives that are coming into your life, right? Reconciling. Some of them will be your twins, some of them may just be like a part of your soul tribe, right? So you need to use discernment with that. But understand that like if this energy is coming back, there's a reason for it. Either you're in alignment finally, and that's what you guys need to do, or it's something that you need to acknowledge, be aware of, so that you can shift your awareness and you can be in alignment with your twin. You can get into like the full space of where you need to be with all things. Okay, that was a lot in one card. Let's see what's going on with the rest. My beautiful romance angels. Anything else for the beautiful twin flames today? I don't really like how that card felt. Let's see. I feel like it was a side message. It wasn't a pop-up. Anything else for the twins today? Beautiful romance angels. Pay attention to the red flags. The signs are cautioning you. as we've been healing, as you've been getting triggered, as things are coming up, take the blinders off, right? Venus is in retrograde, so I want to say like the 29th of January, and that can be an energy of like rose, like having like rose colored glasses on, and um just not seeing things clearly. So it's important that you're using discernment, that you're not forcing an energy to fit just because you want it to fit. I see so often in the twin flame community, like people are listening to readings and they just want to justify a narcissistic relationship. They want to justify someone's toxic behavior. They want to justify the fact that they're being mistreated, and that's not what this twin flame journey is about. It's about self-love. And so if you have someone in your life that's constantly mistreating you or making you feel less than or taking your power away, that's not your twin. Okay, like that's not a twin. That's not love. That's not love. Now, can your twin really trigger you and activate you, and does it sometimes get, can it be a nasty like conversation or argument? Yeah, those things happen. Like people sometimes have arguments and get really hurt and lash out every once in a while. That's not an entire relationship. You're not in a relationship with someone that you're constantly walking on eggshells with. You're not in a relationship with someone where you constantly feel like a fucking doormat and a piece of shit. That's not love. That's not the relationship. That's not a twin flame journey. Could it be a karmic twin? Yeah, absolutely. But let's use the common sense God gave us and understand that from a soul's level, you're not going to be with someone who makes you feel like shit. That is not a reflection of divine love. Twin flames are divine feminine energy, all up in love with herself, the divine masculine energy, all up in love with himself, right? Because they're in balance. They've balanced the masculine and feminine within themselves to be able to love themselves so wholly that now they can be in union with someone else who's loving themselves so wholly. And a person who loves themselves does not hurt another person, does not belittle another person, does not make the other partner feel less than, feel toxic, hurt. These are not things. So for those of you where maybe the person coming back into your life that's reconciling is doing this shit and you're seeing the flags and you're getting warnings, that's your time to exit stage left. That's your time to tell them to kick rocks and to keep it going. That's your time to realize, oh no, I don't want this in my life. This is not love. I deserve better than this. I deserve much more better than this. And I'm willing to receive better than this. And so I'm going to kick this to the curb, right? I'm going to cut the cord and I'm going to move forward because toxic narcissism, abuse, that's not love. And that's definitely not a twin flame love. I don't give a fuck how good the sex is. I don't care how much you guys have in common. I don't care if every time you think about them, you see 11:11 on the clock. I don't give a fuck about none of that. If it is toxic, if it is narcissistic, if it is abusive, if it makes you feel less than, it is not your twin flame. That is not what this is. That's not what this is. And you can delude yourself all you want, but that's not the reality. The truth is, twin flame is about divine love. Divine love, divine love, a perfect whole love. Do you love yourself? That's the first question. Do you love yourself? Because if you're not so in love with yourself or happy with yourself, you're not in fucking alignment with a twin. So call that energy in. This is about you being one with you first and then thinking about dating someone else, loving someone else, being in partnership with someone else. If you're not ready to do that, your partner's not ready to do it either. And that means if you're in separation, healing is going on. And that's not a bad thing. There's nothing wrong with taking time back and stepping back to love yourself. There's nothing wrong with taking a step back and being like, you know what? I can do better. I am better. I will do better. I'll accomplish more. There's nothing wrong with that. But understand, as many twins are coming into union next year, karmic relationships are ending, right? We're moving out of this energy of codependency, of neediness, of oh, I'm just gonna make it fit because it sounds cool and I'd rather have this than be alone. No, you're not doing that. This is about you being the dopest part of you ever and seeing the truth of who you are at a soul level, a divine, beautiful, perfect being in the eyes of God. That's who the fuck you are. Perfect. Perfect, 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 perfect. In all your imperfections and all your drama and all your traumas and everything, you are perfect. And that's the love that is going to come in for you. Someone who's going to love you and see you and hear you. That is the twin. That is your twin. That's your person where there's no letting go. They belong to you, you belong to them. That is the energy. There's no letting go. But it's not a fucking abusive, nasty thing. It's not like, oh, no, 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 no. Sorry, I got stuff dropping because I'm getting upset. Because I want better for you. Because I know a lot of twins are coming through. So for whoever these are that are not paying attention, it's time to wake the fuck up and pay attention. Like, you deserve better than that. Just because people love, and I say this all the time, I forget where I saw this quote, but people love familiar hells over strange heavens, right? We go back to the devil that we know, as opposed to maybe putting it out there for an angel that we don't. People get nervous. They're comfortable with what they're familiar with. It doesn't mean that that's what you deserve. All right, just because something comes back to you doesn't mean that you deserve it. Maybe they're coming back to see where you've grown, to see if you still want to deal with that shit or not. To establish your hard yeses and your hard no's. I just saw 1111. All right, my beautiful romance angels. I'm going to get one more for the twins. And then we're going to give them some soul and some abundance. And one more card for the twin flames, please. Thank you. Children. Your love life is being affected by children. Some of you are parents. Some of your twins are parents. Some of you want children with your partner, and maybe that's an area of contention right now, right? But for most of us, most, whenever I see this card, all I think of is your inner child needing attention, love and attention. The healing that we have gone through this year, the triggers that we have gone through this year, the upheavals, the fears, everything that we've gone through this year have been highlighting our beliefs and distortions and traumas from our childhood, from the age of 0 to 7. Age of 0 to 7, people go through shit and it transforms their lives. It transforms their lives. And that's happening right now, right? We are healing our inner child. We're seeing things come up and we're having to be like, you know what? Fuck no. I'm safe now. I'm good now. I'm grounded now. They can't hurt me anymore. Yeah, that was a long time ago. Like, one of my favorites from A Course in Miracles says, the past is over. It can touch me not, right? It's over. It's done. So we're in a space right now where you need to look at the past. And some of you, this is how you need to look at it with your twin flame too. Like, look at the past, look at the situation for the moment that it was, for a moment, because I know it can sometimes feel like a lifetime when we have these traumas within us, but they're moments. Look at it for the moment that it was, and maybe shift your perspective, right? Are you still angry? Are you still holding on to the anger? Are you still holding on to that fear? Are you still holding on to that bitterness? Are you still going to keep bringing up the same conversations over and over again? Did you say that, you forgave them, but then every time an argument comes up, you're still bringing the same shit up? What are you doing, right? Are you that scared little boy that maybe was hurt and wasn't heard and nobody believed you? Are you that scared little girl that you tried to speak and you were told to shut up and now you're afraid to use your voice? Like, there's a lot of that energy that's still coming up, still coming up. And so that's being healed with all of us, right? The divine masculine and the divine feminine energies. And so we need to hold space for each other. We need to honor each other during these times. And also for those of you that physically have children, that's also a part of it, right? You can't just up and leave your life because you have children. I mean, you can, but it's not necessarily a good look. You can't expect your partner to do that, right? Children need their parents. Children need love. They need time. They need affection. They need to be catered to. They need all the shit that we weren't given. So now it's your time to pour into them. And as twins, it's even more love for you, right? Even more, even more, even more. Bottom of the deck, make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. Make the effort to love yourself. Make the effort to love you. Make the effort to do the healing within you. When you love yourself, when you respect yourself, when you have self-worth and self-esteem and you're feeling good about you and your life, shit's not perfect. And yeah, today might be a crappy day, but that doesn't mean tomorrow will be 1444. I'm loving these numbers. But it's a matter of just doing it for you, right? You deserve better. You deserve joy. You deserve happiness. You deserve bliss. Make the effort for yourself. Because when you heal you, guess what, twins? Your twin also heals. So all the work that you're doing, and even though it might feel alone and overwhelming sometimes, you're also doing it for your twin, and vice versa. So just because you know consciously what you're doing doesn't mean that you know consciously what they're doing. The work is being done on both ends, unless you guys wouldn't be twins and you wouldn't be coming back into alignment. All right. So it's just as hard as them on them as it is on you, even if it doesn't look like that. And I know during the holidays it may not look like that, right? You see people with their kids and they're taking pictures and they got pictures of Christmas trees and all these smiles and they're with their family and they look like they're living their best life. They look like they're living their best life, but we all know how social media is, right? It can look like anything. You don't know what's going on in the background. Don't forget that. Oh, this card came out. Blame. I accept responsibility for my well-being. I accept responsibility for my well-being. I accept responsibility for my well-being. You can't keep pointing the fingers. Well, this person did this and this person did that, and it's done. It's done. It happened. All right, great. How many more times are you gonna tell that story? Fantastic. How many more times do you want to talk about it? It's over. What are you gonna do now? What are you gonna do now, twins? What are you gonna do now? You guys had a fight. Fantastic. Now what? Was it that serious? Did you need to say the things that were said? Did they need to say the things that were said? Are you able to be like, yo, I fucked up. I'm wrong. Or that person did the best that they could where they're at. Or you know what? That was really wrong and I hate it and I don't feel good about it, but I'm not that person anymore. Or I'm not gonna let that happen anymore. Like there's a shift here. Let go of blame. You hold on to blame, you're holding on to poison. You hold on to blame, you're holding on to lack of accountability. It's time to let that shit go. It's not worth it. Not if you want to move forward in your union. You want to keep pointing the fingers at people? Well, I mean, you're free to do that. But then at the end of the day, when it's all said and done and you're living with yourself and you realize that you're the common denominator, and then what? Right? Because in all the situations, it's you. So then what? Right? Think about it. My beautiful team of light. Let's see if we have one more soul's journey card for the beautiful twin flames. Okay. Forgiveness, of course. Of course. I acknowledge that harboring resentment blocks the flow of love. Like I said before, did you say, I'm going to forgive and forget, and then every time something comes up, pointing fingers? Oh, but you did this, and you said this, and you did this, and you said that, and this, but then what about... No, no, no. If you say you forgive somebody, you got to forgive and forget it. I'm not saying forget the lesson. I'm saying you got to forget the fact that if you're forgiving it, you have to let the trigger go. If you're forgiving it, then you need to pour the light into the healing. Every time you hold on to it, you block yourself from receiving love. You block yourself from receiving blessings. You block yourself from union when you can't let shit go. And this forgiveness isn't always about our partner, but it's about forgiving ourselves. Do you forgive yourself for the times that you said no when you meant to say yes? Do you forgive yourself sometimes you said yes when you wanted to say no? Do you forgive yourself for staying when you should have left? Do you forgive yourself for maybe leaving too soon and fucking things up and now you want to try again? Right? I fucked up. I fucked up. You needed me and I turned my back on you, right? Or I fucked up. Like time to look at yourself. It's okay. And it's okay. It's like, okay, it's okay if you fuck up. It's okay if you make mistakes. Like everybody does every single day. People make mistakes. It is what it is. I'm not saying that you should live your life just going around being like a fucktard and just like blowing things, but like have some compassion for yourself. You're a freaking human being and you're going to make mistakes. And so is your partner. And so are people in your tribe and your kids and your parents and your co like this is what it is. But are you going to harbor that? Are you going to hold on to it? Is it going to be a poison in your body? Or can you let it go and move forward? Do you understand, like, you know what? Yeah, I fucked up. Or they fucked up. And it's didn't feel good and it sucks and I don't like it, but I'm moving on because I don't want to keep feeling like that anymore. And that's really what it's about. I don't want to feel like this anymore. I don't want to wake up with hate in my heart. I don't want to wake up depressed. I don't want to wake up sad. I don't want to wake up and every time I think about this person, I have resentment. No, I don't want to do that. With me, if I start feeling these ways, I call out. I cast the burden of fear or resentment or anger or discord on the Christ within, and I'm now set free. I'm now set free to live abundantly. I'm now set free to live with my heart filled with love. I'm now set free to live with joy. Like I am now set free from whatever that was, because it's not worth it. Because whatever that is that's keeping me in a space where I'm not in forgiveness, and where I'm doing the blame game, is low vibrational. And if I'm in that low vibrational state, guess what? All other low vibrational shit can come at me. So now if I'm already feeling sad, I'm going to feel even worse, because now sadness has access to me. Anger has access to me. Resentment has access to me. No, I got to vibe high. I got to shift out of that shit. I got to raise my perspective. I got to raise my vibration. And I got to remember that I'm a child of God, that only love is real. And if it's not the vibration of love or above, I'm not with it. If I'm not feeling love for myself, I need to figure out why. Since when did you stop loving yourself? You are loved by the Most High God. You are divine. You are perfect in the eyes of God. What happened? Stop letting these moments control your entire being. It's a moment. This is your life. You're an eternal being. That shit happened what? Last week, a month ago, 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 15, 20 years ago. Okay, fantastic. I'm sorry. I apologize that you're hurting from this. I apologize that it's still a thorn in your fucking side. But maybe it's a thorn in your side so that you don't forget the lesson. Maybe it's a thorn in your side because you're not willing to just turn and look at your side and dig it out yourself, because it might hurt a little too much. Putting it out there. Putting it out there. It's time to forgive. It's time to move on. It's time to stop forcing round pegs into square holes. It's time to really step onto this path, because this is the path of freaking divine masculine and divine feminine coming into union next year. If you're still holding on to bitterness, if you're still putting blame games out there, if you're still not paying attention to the red flags, if you're still comfortable in the dysfunction and the fuckery of life, you're not ready. You're not ready, and you still have a lot of work to do. And there's nothing wrong with that. It just means that you're not ready right now. So if you're not ready right now because you see some of the things that I just pointed out, then you know the work that you need to do ending out this year and moving into next year. Let's end the year strong and move into next year with momentum, even if that momentum is healing and learning to love ourselves. 2222 is on the clock. All right, we're going to do a Divine Abundance card. Bring some deliciousness to the Twin Flames for 2022 and see what they got popping. Thank you, angels and guides. What do we have for the Twin Flame Collective? Okay, no, we're not doing a book. No, I'm not doing that. We're going to pull one card. Thank you. Thank you. I said one, they pulled two. Okay, wow. Loss. Sometimes you learn true offering through loss. You make a passionate invitation for love to take over and bring her own plan instead of the ego's. You gotta learn to forgive and forget. You gotta stop bringing the energy of the past lives and the past relationships in this incarnation to this union. You gotta realize that what's lost will be replaced with something better. And sometimes we take those L's because the W's in the future are a lot greater. This energy of loss, you're losing the parts of yourself that aren't in alignment with love. And that's what this is about. You're losing the parts of yourself that are not in alignment with your divinity and your sovereignty. And that's scary as fuck, right? Because some things have been such a part of us, some things we've held on to for so long that they feel like they're a part of us. Loss, anger, bitterness, resentment, fear, poverty, lack, mistrust, betrayal. These are things that we've seen, that we've grown up to, that we've kind of embodied, right? That's not the truth. This beautiful bird up here, it looks like a dove, right? And a dove is a mark of peace. When Jesus was baptized, right, they came down like a dove from heaven onto him. This is a reminder of letting it go, a reminder that you are not alone, a reminder that even though we're in the winter, right, and we have just lost all of the leaves from our trees, throughout autumn, and now things are dormant and things are quiet, peace is coming in for you. Healing is coming in for you. We are here. You've lost those leaves because you don't need them anymore. And so the things that you're losing on this journey are because you don't need them anymore. They're not for you. They're not going to take you to the next level. It's not necessary. So you're holding on, right? And I get it. We hold on. We hold on because we don't even realize that we're holding on. It's just who we are, right? We don't know that we're holding on to our beliefs and fighting for our limitations. We don't realize we're fighting for a lack. We don't realize we're fighting for poverty. We're just holding on to what we've always known. And then we're in the dark and then the lights come on and we're like, holy fuck. Why am I grabbing this? I don't actually want this. I don't want this. I don't want pain. I don't want hurt. I don't want discord. I don't want to be lied to. I don't want any of that. Like, why am I holding on to this shit? It's time to let it go. And it takes a while to realize that, right? And so we've gone through this whole year of realizing that we got to let a lot of shit go. And it's all right. And it sucks and it's scary and it can be a little frightening, but it's all right, right? It's time to let shit go. Why? It's time to surrender. That's why. It's time to surrender. Sometimes learning to surrender can feel as if what? As if you're dying. I know. I know. The ego learns what's hardest to stop trying to control the whole universe. You literally gotta let go and let God. You literally have to trust this path that you're on, and you literally have to pour that energy into yourself. If you are truly a twin that is desiring union, or maybe just recently got into union and you want this shit to like last, it's time for you to let go of the past. And that means even your thoughts of what relationships look like before, right? We have a big Hollywood like interpretation of romance, and romance in the Hollywood sense doesn't necessarily have anything to do with like true divine love, right? They love people because, oh, like the sex was great, or they're really pretty, or they've got a lot of money, and like all of the superficial shit that's going on. But we're talking about a soul relationship. We're talking about a soul's path. We're talking about being a twin flame, being a being that is so high vibrational and is such oneness with itself that it could split off and go to different parts of the world at the same time just to get back together because it's that fly and it's that dope. And it's willing to go through these lessons and to learn and to shed parts of itself that are no longer going to resonate so that they can be pure and naked and vulnerable when they get back together with their twin, because that's how their twin is coming at them too. Pure, raw, vulnerable, naked, in love, loving themselves so that they can love you. That's what this is about. So you got to let some shit go. Let go of the red flags that you try to sweep under the rug because in the name of love, right? Let go of the people in your life that you're holding on to just because they're familiar and comfortable and because you're a little scared to be alone, right? Bottom of the deck here was loneliness, right? I know that I am never alone. You have angels, you have guides, you have ascended masters, you have your ancestors, you have the Galactic Star family, you got all of heaven surrounding you all the time. All the time, 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 all the time. There's no exception to the rule. There's none. So it's just a matter of you acknowledging that and understanding, my beautiful twin flames, that you have a twin out there, right? And so this path can feel a little lonely, but guess what? It's lonely on their side too. And you guys are doing the work because you need to heal apart in order to be together. Who wants to come into union with someone who's all fucked up and still being easily triggered and playing out mommy and daddy issues and like blaming? No, nobody. No, 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 no. It's about love. It's about healing. It's about seeing shit. It's about respect. It's about self-worth. It's about valuing yourself, right? It's about deservingness. It's about letting go of the things that are no longer serving you so that you can move forward to the things that are deserving of you, are deserving of your time, are deserving of your energies. It's about letting go of the old paradigm of the 3D and moving forward into this 5D consciousness where we're raising our elevation, where we're willing to do the work, where we're willing to hold a mirror up in our face and be like, oh, I fucked up. Or, you know what? I love you. How many of you can look at yourselves in the mirror right now and go, I love you. I love you. I love you and you're amazing. You know what? Today was a good day and tomorrow's going to be even better. Can you say that? Can you look at yourself and say that? Can you be pure divine love? Can you? Because you want it, but can you be it? We're so busy worried about what the other person's bringing to us. What about what we're bringing? Are you ready for that? Are you truly ready for that? Are you the person that you wish for? These are the questions, all right? Anyway, I'm going to end it now. Ooh, sorry. Bottom of the deck right now. Stay in the present and don't get too far ahead of the flow. You'll soon trust that nothing more will come than can be handled each moment. Right now, get quiet, get still, go within. Understand that the things that you're losing right now are not a loss. Surrender to the process. Trust what's going on. Pay attention to the red flags that you're getting. People are coming back into your life. See what the vibration is. Just because someone is coming back into your life doesn't mean that they deserve to stay there. Okay? We have to use discernment. All right? Anyway, I love you. God loves you. Angels surround you. Let's fucking do what we gotta do and just clean this house up, Twin Flames. Just sweep, vacuum, clean the windows. Do what you gotta do to clean up your shit. Be okay with letting go of the things that are being taken away from you right now or that you feel like you're losing. Be okay with it. Understand that all of it, every single part of it is for your greatest good. Every single part is for your highest good. If you're losing the shit right now, you don't need it. And that's people, places, things. Some of you are going to be moving. We have this energy that's been around. A lot of twins have been moving, leaving their jobs, moving to new locations, shit shifting around. Why? So that you can be in this proximity of your twin. Things are going to have to shift. You're going to be losing some things. You're going to be shifting about to bring in the things that you want, the abundance, the prosperity, the love, the joy, the peace. So you have to surrender to this process. Stay really still and quiet. Know that you're never alone, even if it fucking feels like that, right? There's a whole community of us on YouTube and all types of other places out here. You're never alone. Spiritually or physically. There's a lot of us out here that got your back. Just know that. All right, my beautiful twins. Y'all got work to do. Get it done. Get her done. I love you. God loves you. Angels surround you. And I will see you in the new year. Later.